Well, hello, and welcome to the
Hello.
7 a.m. Seaton Sunday Show. Welcome. Tonight, I have a new friend, listen, she's just a ray of sunshine. Let me just say that. Every time I've talked to her, I can just, she just, even when she's even just typing, it's just, I don't know, you just give off happy. You just give off happy and just good. And she's been so welcoming of me and all the things that I'm doing. Y'all, I have Miss Serene here tonight. Miss Serene is amazing, and I thank you for being on my platform tonight. Let's give it up for Miss Serene.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you today and those kind words. I appreciate it.
And I mean it. I want you to know I really do mean it. You meet people, and sometimes people are nice for a reason,
Hmm.
right? But you generally don't know me, but you have chosen to be nice to me. And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love collaboration, and I love people that support each other. And so I thank you so much for the generosity and everything that you have extended to me with your platform, and just the support. So, genuinely, Miss
Thank you.
Serene, Miss
Thank
Serene. So, Miss Serene has a lot of things going on, and we're going to talk about all those things tonight. How she got started, what she's got going on with Solutions Magazine, how she got started with that, with CityWorld Media, her platform, which she has her Saturday show, as well as many other things she's got going on. We just finished before we got started. We were talking about how she got started in design and fashion and
you.
making baby clothes and designs and things of that sort. So she
Yeah.
has been a creative for a really long time. And
Yeah.
tonight we are going to have an amazing time. Listen, go ahead and like, tag, share, subscribe. Go ahead and do whatever you've got to do so you can get comfortable for this conversation tonight. If you
Yes.
have any questions or comments, make sure that you drop them in the comments, and we will reach out and acknowledge your comments as well. Okay. All right, Miss Serene. The very first question I love to ask my guests
Hmm.
is please tell us, who is Serene?
Ooh, who is Serene? Serene is a woman and a sister, a mother, friend to some. Um, Serene is a person that um, wants to see more good in the world.
Yes. Yeah.
Wants to be able to celebrate more of good things than of course, bad things.
Yeah.
I guess I live in that perfect Pisces world. They say
Yeah.
Pisces live in their own mind or whatever, and create their own surroundings. But yeah, I am. I'm just the girl next door, pretty much. I don't brag or boast about anything in particular. I
Yeah.
just, I'm out here making it every day, just like everybody else is.
Well, I thank you for what you're doing. You're sharing current events. You're giving people an opportunity to share their stories in your magazine as well as on your podcast.
Mhm.
And one of the things I really like about your podcast is it's not just a short 1 hour.
Mhm.
Some pocket like mine, for instance, we come on and we do a great thing within that hour. But I
Mhm.
love the fact that your podcast is more of, I don't know if series would be the best word, but
I,
it's an experience, I want to say. More
I,
of an
yeah,
experience.
I did my platform
Yeah,
because I attended um, radio school, American
yeah,
Broadcasting School, and I
yeah,
graduated from there. So with my podcast, I run it more like a radio show. So
yeah,
you're going to have interviews, you're going to have music, you're going to have
yeah,
news, what's going on in the world. You're going to
yeah,
have, promotions in a
yeah,
sense. So that's how I just kind of,
yeah,
we used to have to write out that time clock of that hour, you know,
yeah,
each and every moment to how we're going to talk 15 minutes, then we're going to have 12 minutes of music, and then one, just it had to be to the T
Yeah.
where we scheduled it out. So I think that's where basically I got the idea of that first, is to basically run it as I would run a normal radio show or talk show, um, that you would see on television.
Yeah.
So yeah, that. But I enjoy that because you don't, because of the platform that I have, um, supporting different entrepreneurs and
Yeah.
artists and writers and authors and just a lot of people out
Yeah.
there doing some great things. I want to be able to show love and support throughout the entire show with
Yeah.
a combination of all of that.
Well, I love it. I love it because even when I had the opportunity to be on your platform, I still was able to just watch, because it was still going, and I was just like, this is really cool. So
Yeah.
many times, make an appearance on a television show or on a podcast is like you do your part and that's it. That's a wrap. But I was
Mhm.
like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
And I don't know that too many people are doing that. So I think
Mhm.
it's amazing what you're doing. I love the setup. I mean, when I say it was an experience, it really is an experience of tuning in live and just seeing what's going to be next. You keeping it, fresh and exciting. So
Hey,
giving you your kudos, Miss Serene. I
thank
think you've
you.
done
I
an
really
amazing,
appreciate it.
amazing job. If
I
you
so
have
appreciate it.
listen, if you have not checked out her show, you have to check it out. Give them the details of your show.
My show is on every I'm sorry, second and third Saturday, or second and fourth Saturday, something like that. But this month it will be the 13th and the 27th, I believe. So it's twice a month. It may be more than that at a later time, but it's twice a month for now, and it comes on from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time, and most of the times I do a couple of interviews and play some new music, and let you know what's going on in the city and around the town. Yeah.
Love it, love it. So I'm going to kind of give our audience a little bit of background. So as we talked about just a few minutes ago, she kind of has been creative at a young age, and we were talking about the baby clothes, and you shared something with me that you're not so much necessarily in the fashion thing now, but every year,
Well, every other year, every
every
sometimes,
other year, yeah,
so I have, if like the last, I think I last did it maybe in 2023 or
okay,
so. But yeah, I'll make my own outfit for my birthday. So
birthday,
I've done that a couple of times, just inspired by some fabric and something like that. And I don't even have to have a sewing machine, because my last outfit I did with
I'm trying to figure this one out.
my last
What did you
outfit
do?
I did with hem tape,
Huh.
ironing hem tape. And I just, the whole thing was like, the arms, I had
Yeah.
a big flowing, uh, I want to say like a vest, because I
Okay.
had on a shirt, but it was a long African vest, and then I had my
Okay.
hair in the same African, wrapped in the same African material. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I'll just be determined to do something, figure it out.
No, no, that's called creative. Again, just showing your creativity. And that's good that you feel comfortable in your own skin
Oh
to
yeah.
be able to express yourself. And so often we allow people to put us into a box,
Mhm.
Serene.
Yeah.
And when I see your brand, when I see what you're doing, I looked at the magazine spread that you're in, and let me show this link. Listen, I'm going to share a link, guys. This is a magazine link. No matter when you watch this interview, you can click on this link.
Yeah.
This is a magazine spread for City World Media Magazine, and I thoroughly enjoyed looking at this ad. The creativity, just seeing Miss Serene's personality come through the article. You know, it's showing that she is her own person. She is not in a box. Um, and I don't know you very well. I'm on the outside looking in, but
Right.
from what I have seen, I'm really inspired by the fact that you take your creativity and you go for it. You know, a lot of people, would let, well, nobody's doing this. Maybe I shouldn't do it. But what do you say to those people who have these creative juices flowing, but they're scared to take a chance? What do you say to them?
It is. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be scared of. You have to. I don't care if it is a new T-shirt or a new pair of shoes or whatever. Even though there may be 1,000 pair of shoes,
Yeah,
there's always a shoe that's a little different, a little
yeah,
prettier, a little nicer, a little.
yeah,
That you're able to do it differently. So just take that idea and work on it. You don't want to One of the things I don't want to do is sit on my gifts and
yeah,
never, be able to show um, my talents and how or just to show, my own goals
yeah,
and dreams to come true. So yeah, I don't. There's nothing to be afraid of.
yeah,
Once you step out on faith and just do what it is that you are wanting to do, you can't fail at it because you've already tried it. Now you can
mm,
maybe make some mistakes and have to learn from those mistakes, but it's all about gaining. It's all a process and
yeah, yeah,
gaining the right path for you to go
yeah,
to make sure that your dreams are come to fruition. You
yeah.
know,
I love
so
that. You said you can't fail.
no.
You can't fail. You're just creating the path. You're creating the path. So there's no such thing as failure because you took a chance and you're trying it. So born in Buffalo, New York.
That's right.
Texas how long have you been in Texas?
Oh Lord, I've been in Texas since 1995, girl.
Okay.
No, I do
Okay.
not claim it. I am a Buffalo girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
Yes,
your mom was a creative as well. Your
yes, she
mom wrote
is.
poetry and plays. So do you think that's where, just watching her, is that where your inspiration originally came from?
No, I my it before my mother's creativity,
Mm-hmm.
because of me asking her to do her poetry. I knew she did poetry, but I needed a poem for the
Yeah.
Richmond speaking contest.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I know my mom writes poetry. I just never really had heard it like that much. But once I asked her for that poem, that opened up doors for her to write more poetry, for her to do
Yeah.
plays, and then that's when it kind of just took off because she saw
Wow.
that if I could do it at a young age, her poetry, and she's had so much she had done, but it wasn't quite out there yet.
Yeah.
She had kind of just been doing it for her personal self.
Yeah.
Um, and she was challenged by
Mm.
me asking her to to give me something to recite in the poetry recital. So after that, that was like a big balloon, a big
Yeah.
wheel that started turning, and it never stopped. Like she went on to do her own um, play. This is her book right here. Um,
Okay.
is
Lord have mercy. The Underground Railroad Revisited.
Yes,
Wow. Pamela C. Garner.
a
Okay.
book of her poetry. It's she does a lot of poetry. Does a lot of poetry that deals with the Underground Railroad.
Okay.
She is in a sorts of an Underground Railroad connoisseur, that's not the word I'm looking for.
I know
It's
what you mean. She
uh,
studies it.
she
Yeah.
studies it. Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
So with that, she had gotten her own one woman show, where she traveled from Buffalo to Canada, um, on the path that the Underground Railroad goes. So in
Wow.
Buffalo, New York, was a part of the Underground Railroad. The Michigan Street Baptist Church,
Yeah.
it's a red brick church, held a lot of slaves before they got to freedom to Canada. So we go from there. It goes from the Michigan Street Baptist Church to the Marble Orchard, which is in Lewiston, New York. And
Okay.
the Marble Orchard is a cemetery. So they would get, however far they got, they would bring those slaves that almost made it. Because you can, when you
Yeah.
go to Lewiston, you can see Canada far over the water. So
Wow.
they
Wow.
almost make it. So they take you to it would be a bus tour. I don't know, like back in the day, I remember older people, you used to go on these bus tours to go shopping or
Right.
go to a mall or go to Atlantic City and things like that. Well, this bus tour was all around her one woman show
Oh,
and it
wow.
went on for it's a 2 day 2 day event, because or maybe an all day event or something like that, but it might be a
Okay.
2. But and then she takes you over the Peace Bridge, and it was I wasn't able to go over the Peace Bridge, but when I remember seeing it, and I can't remember how to find it now,
Yeah.
but I remember watching it on social media, and everybody was just crying and
Mhm.
singing. I was like, I want to go, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have a passport at that time, so I was
Yeah.
only able to do the American side of the tour because after 9/11, you'd have to have a passport. So
Yeah.
that we couldn't. I had to be dropped off, and everybody else was to Canada without me.
That's all right. That's all
Yeah.
right.
So
Wow.
yeah, she is. Yeah, so she's very much an inspiration into maybe it's in the genes. I don't
Yeah.
know. My
Yeah.
mom and my dad are both creators and creatives.
Your
My
dad
dad
too. Okay.
also um, an actor. He was an actor. He was did a lot of plays, in a lot of plays. Lived in California, and that was
Yeah.
his thing. Is being an actor. So he is
Wow.
um, one of the most, I guess, memorable ones for me is he's in Life, the movie Life. With
Okay.
so we we always joke about that,
Yeah.
when he was in Life, because at this point he remembers, but he doesn't remember like that.
Yeah.
He has dementia, so
Okay. Okay.
we talk about it, but I don't think he remembers like he used to. He'll say something off the wall crazy, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think the creativeness most definitely, uh, DNA. I don't know whys, um, came from my mom and my dad. Yeah,
Wow. That is amazing. Thank you for sharing that
yeah.
with us because I think that is so amazing. Serene, we hear so many things that are generational that are bad. So
Oh,
I
I
think
know.
it's amazing for you to share some generational information that is good and that is blessings. So I'm
Yes,
I'm excited to hear some good stuff.
thank you.
If
Yeah,
anything generational is
even
good,
after I
please
had,
share it. Yeah.
even after I had left Buffalo in '95, she still went on because she had so much exposure already. By that time, I was
Yeah.
graduated from high school and in college and things like that. She was still doing her own thing, and so um, she would have talent shows on public access TV, and she had her own little thing. She just kept working. She loves working with
Yeah.
children, so that was a big thing. So she kept that going, is working with the kids. Yeah,
One thing about doing stuff that you love, it doesn't seem like work. So,
that part.
when
Yeah,
when you love it, you can keep doing it and it's not really something you ever want to stop doing.
it
Um
is.
yeah. So, You started your journey on online radio back in 2014, received your certificate in 2016.
Right.
Um, so and you're still, having your podcast, but having the setup and the way that you run the podcast, you're definitely using those skills and building an amazing platform. Your reach is amazing.
Thank you.
So you're definitely doing your thing. Let's kind of talk about Solutions Magazine. Uh,
Yeah.
so, why did you create Solutions Magazine? That was in 2020, right?
Yes, that was in 2020. I had been out of the online radio for quite some time. I was on hiatus, took a break, whatever you want to call it. And it had always been on my mind to continue to do the work that I had started. And in being during 2020, nobody could go to work anymore. I was fired, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
gave us the uh, you could come home after the, I mean, not come home back, come back to work after the
yeah.
thing is over, but you
Yeah.
never had to come back home.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I had started to do things with my old network that I was working with, but um, it just wasn't the time anymore. We weren't in agreement. Me and my partner were
Yeah.
not in agreement. So I
Hmm.
just said, I'm not gonna. That doesn't. One monkey don't stop no show. So
Right.
I just started my own show. That was it.
Hey, that's the way you do it.
Started my own show. That was that. And ever
Okay.
since, it's just been, doing exactly what I was doing previously. Um, Probably not mm, as intense because I've only gotten back into it in the last year. I think
Okay.
I've been in this new place that I'm in 8 months. So
Okay.
I've only started my show, um, the Saturday Wake Up Call, this year.
Okay.
However, in 2020 is when I started the magazine page and started the promotions again and started
Yeah.
um, you know, the exposure
Yeah.
part of it all. Yeah. Hmm.
So we've got the Wake Up Show, which we're talking about, is at least two Saturdays out of the month. And then
Hmm.
we also have the Solutions Magazine, where you're doing some promoting, but also keeping up to date on community events and things of that sort as well.
Right.
Um, how do you think Solutions Magazine promotes or inspires change?
Well, I believe that from the things that I put out there, to be able to keep a positive narrative
Yeah.
about things, to be able to talk about things in a certain capacity without, you know, just perpetuating the negative all the time,
Yeah.
So um, there's, always something good going on in the world, So
Yeah.
I just try to make sure that I expose more of good than anything else.
Yeah.
And I think when people see that, then they can be inspired to say, you know what, that was really good. I think I might want to try that. Or, I really, may have thought about that before, but I think that, I might revisit that or something like that.
Yeah.
The community has our community here has so many things going on. When promoting like Ladder House Decor, a domestic violence uh, nonprofit organization,
Okay.
supporting them for years because they do one of the things that I love most too is interior decorating, interior design.
Wow.
So
Okay.
they take a home that, after a person comes out of the shelter and they have kids or whatever and they're looking for a new home, they go into that apartment and they have a new home, but they don't have anything in it. They don't
Right.
have the
Right.
basic needs
Yeah.
to function in that house like
Mm-hmm.
people want to, a simple
Mm-hmm.
bed off the
Yeah.
floor, things like that. So I love to bring those type of nonprofits to life.
Yeah.
I love to we have another event coming up, the Stop the Violence event with Sister Nikki. So those type of things, I make sure that I keep promotion of those to
Yeah.
inspire others to do the same thing. So I hope that that narrative is being put out there, but
Yeah.
that's the focus and goal. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're putting stories out there that are inspiring, that are uplifting, and shedding light on good causes. Now, this Stop the Violence event, is this Miss Nikki Jackson that has this coming up?
Um, no, not Nikki Jackson. This is
Okay.
Sister Nikki, Madeline. I can't remember Madeline. I can't think of her
Yeah.
last name.
No
I always call her
worries.
Sister Nikki,
That's
but
okay. No worries.
she's also someone that I've worked with before. I've been at her events before, so
Okay.
just to stay out there in the community and try to work when I can with
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
other people in the community that's in this industry.
What do you think? And I kind of already know what your answer is going to be because I see you doing this so much already.
Mhm.
But what do you think about the importance of collaboration?
Collaboration is great, absolutely great, because um, let me put it like this: two heads are better than one.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
when you come together and you're with like-minded people that want to
Yeah.
see the same things, have the same goals, it just comes out better because sometimes they may have an input that you don't have, or
Yeah.
they have a suggestion that you never thought of.
Yeah.
Collaboration is, I believe, we need more of, especially when we talk about creating our own spaces for
Yeah.
shopping,
Yeah.
for networking, for grocery stores, for
Yes.
our community to have their own businesses. There has to be a
Yes.
collaboration. You can't just do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
You're at some point in your life
Yeah.
you have to collaborate.
Yeah.
You have to be a team player at some
Team
point
player,
in your life.
collaboration,
Yes.
strength in numbers.
Yes,
Yes.
all
Yes.
of that.
Yes.
Yes, most
Yeah.
definitely. So that I think that's very important. I love to get input from other people, and even if you don't use it right away, you
Yeah.
still have it. That knowledge is power, and no gatekeeping for what? It's enough money to make out here for everybody.
It's sad, but I do see that. I do
Mhm.
see that. And it's really sad,
Mhm.
because the reality is, like you just said, there's enough money, there's enough space. But,
Mhm.
I also tend to think, Serene, if we are doing the things that we're doing, especially in the nonprofit
Mhm.
section, if we are doing the things that we're doing for the big picture of helping the community,
Mhm.
right? It
Mhm.
shouldn't matter if it's you or me.
That
we're
part.
making we're making a difference.
That part.
We take your little, my little, and we put it together, and we put it into the community, and we're going to make a bigger impact if that's really our heart's goal, right?
Right, right,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
that's what Solutions Magazine is about too.
Yeah.
Is to be able to, you promote all the time your books, shows, and things like that. I may not be able to see everything like right away that you put out, but I tell all people all the time, you are welcome to post on the page. You can post as many times as you like if you got different things going on. We're not
Yeah.
going to post the same things 20 times on the
Right.
same now.
Right. Right.
But I mean, if there's different events, you got like 5 different events going on, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
those are the things that I like to see on the magazine when people
Yeah.
participate. It's okay to. It's great now when you have the outlet out there, but if people are not participating,
Yeah.
you kind of be like, "What's the use?" But I don't really care if they
Yeah.
participate. I mean, I care if they participate, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to be upset if you don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Because you're still doing your part by making it
That
available.
part, yeah,
Yeah,
most
by making it
definitely.
available. Okay,
Mhm.
Miss Serene, tell us about you, Serene the woman. So, do we have siblings? Are you an only child? Tell us about
Oh
you.
no, baby. I thought I was the youngest
Okay.
child, but I found out Papa was a Rolling Stone when he came to live with me. And
Okay.
my brother called. We had so it's I knew that I had two older sisters. Earlene is my sister by another mother, and then my sister is me and is my blood, blood, my mother's sister and dad. And then come to find out, I have a younger sister and a younger brother. Shout out to Remy Taylor who just called me. I was like,
Okay.
"How did you come through my phone?" And I put it on do not disturb. She said, "Because I'm your brother and I come through." So I
Yeah.
hope you're watching. But I only we only figured that out like 4 years ago. Daddy's been
Oh,
living with
wow. Yeah.
that he had another son and and we have a younger sister that's
Yeah.
out of Buffalo too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm a middle child. I didn't know I was a
Yeah.
middle child.
Yeah.
Um, I have one son,
Okay.
Nicholas, Jonathan Nicholas, and uh, I have a lot of nieces and nephews and more coming.
She said more coming.
It's on the way, child. It's three of
Love
them
it.
on the
3
way.
on the way. Oh,
Cousins,
wow.
a lot of cousins.
Yeah.
We all migrated here from Buffalo. My aunties, my mother, um, we all migrated here, and so
Okay.
now most of our family is here. We still have my grandmother's house in Buffalo.
Okay.
Um, I think, but it's like our summer place where we can go when we, want to go
Mhm.
back to Buffalo and
Mhm.
visit. So, yeah, I take care of my dad, as I said before. He's a Marine vet. I did not plan
Oh,
on doing that.
yeah.
That was a totally scary situation for me,
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine.
and
Life
um,
throws some curves, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, with my sister takes care of my mother. We live very, we live in walking distance, so I can walk over there if my sister needs something from my mother, or if daddy needs to go over there and sit with my mom because he's too antsy and he's trying to get out the house. I can take him over there, and now
Oh.
my mom, she's so funny. They've been divorced forever, but she says,
Mhm.
"How's my husband doing over there? You treating?"
Oh, that is sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So she says, yeah. So we definitely are a close knit family.
Yeah.
And a lot of children, a lot of children. My sister, I think, now she's got like 8, 9 grandchildren. Great
Yeah, y'all got a lot.
grandchildren. I am happy with the grand dog that I
She's a
don't
little
see
grand
often.
dog.
Grand dog, that's it. And I can't see her that often because I'm allergic to her. So I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good. I don't. Jonathan can take his little sweet time because I'm not in no rush.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
My oldest son will be 31 in August, and
Oh,
he's not married yet, no kids. I think marriage is coming soon, hopefully. It's kind of like, I'm hoping the marriage and the grandkids come in the next, year or two, but
yeah.
I'm patiently waiting. I'm
Yeah.
patiently waiting. So
Yeah. I especially with my dad, I'm already like it's basically like having a child still around because
yeah,
you have to tell him when to eat. I mean,
gotcha.
tell him when to get
Yeah,
up in the morning. Make sure he's not putting on no dirty clothes. Make sure he's
yeah,
using soap. It's a
yeah.
lot of things.
They definitely change,
Yeah,
and then the
yeah. So,
dementia, I'm
mhm,
sure is playing a
yeah.
part. Yeah, yeah,
hmm So
yeah.
there's a lot.
Yeah. I probably within my family and just community know of at least 3 or 4 people with
hmm
either Alzheimer's or dementia. And
mm.
I don't know if it's becoming more common or maybe we just now
Are
started
realizing
naming
it?
it that. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm with you on that because I
Yeah,
really didn't experience really. I knew of Alzheimer's dementia,
yeah,
like when he first came in, but I didn't. I just knew of it as a word. I had never experienced
yeah,
anyone with it, and if I did, I didn't know.
yeah,
I think that, of course, um, the medical world is what I guess I'm trying to say. They
yeah.
want to capitalize on everything, so they got pill out
Mhm.
here for that and pill out there for
Everything.
this.
Yeah,
I don't have my dad on any of that.
yeah,
But yeah, so pharma, big pharma, they want to,
yeah,
capitalize on anything and everything that has to do with things wrong with you. But I really don't know. I know that I think that when you have um, been or like if it's introducing you to you and
yeah.
you're going through it, then you tend to be able to research it more
Right,
to find
right.
out the things. I think when he was in California, I didn't really know that he had it, so I never really did any research on it. I
Gotcha,
didn't I
gotcha.
didn't look anything up.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think now, since find out finding out that he has it, and um it's like, how did he get it? So you hear
yeah.
about
Research.
trying
Yeah.
processed food and all of
Hmm.
this. What can and you just try to not do that, for
Yeah,
yourself
yeah,
if you haven't been doing it. But yeah, it's always a good thing to what am I trying to say, to stay healthy in some way so those
yeah.
type of things don't come about. But like, I don't know if dementia is something that is can go on down in the family. I
Generation.
never generational. I never looked that part up, but
Hmm.
um
That's
it
you
is.
know, I've never done a show on that. I've never done a show on like family members dealing with,
I
um,
know because like
or
he has caregiver.
caregivers of dementia. Yeah, dementia
Mhm.
patients. Yeah,
Yeah, it's that's a whole thing. Like I said, I was thrown a curveball.
yeah, yeah,
I was like, okay, and yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Well, I pray that you stay encouraged. I think it's hilarious that your parents, that your mom is still calling him her husband, and in her mind, she may still believe that, and he may still, kind of believe
yeah.
that as,
My mother's a funny girl. She being funny.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know that
Oh,
ain't her husband. She just like to
yeah,
crack jokes.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay.
Like to crack
Well,
jokes.
listen.
But yeah, I do like the fact that we still, even uh, not being married, that we still are all living and able to, be together at times and,
Mhm.
can see each other. I think it just keeps you know, uh,
A tight bond, probably.
yeah, tight bond.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically, yeah. Hmm.
I love it. I love it. Close knit families, especially now, Serene. I think we all need to hug our families a lot tighter
Oh yeah,
um, than ever before. We need to
yeah,
hug our families, our kids, our sisters, brothers. We need to hug
yeah.
each other a lot tighter. Community, period. Um,
Hmm.
so, listen, I'm going to give you three words.
Okay,
And I want you to tell us of these three words, which one kind of stands out the most to you and why?
okay.
And the words are healing,
Hmm.
empowerment, or transformation.
Oh, I was pondering this. I was just pondering this. I want to say transformation.
Okay.
And the reason that I say that is I feel like I am in the process of a transformation. Like like I have already um I've moved on from certain things. I've gotten a divorce. I've moved out on my own. It's just me and my dad. We got, it's so I think I'm transforming into the next
Yeah.
phase or the next part of my life, being 52 and alone and, just navigating throughout this part of my life. I
Yeah.
just think that it's a new, so it's a transformation, and I'm figuring it out, but I'm still growing into whoever it is I am to be, to
Hmm.
become. So, and I'm still working on it. So that's the transformation doesn't have to stop. It's more of a growing process,
Yeah.
especially when you have things that you want to do in your life that maybe have not come to fruition yet,
Yeah.
but you can still have that faith and hope and to do and to get through to the next level of where you want to be, pretty much. So I choose transformation. I want to transform into
I
a
love it.
butterfly.
Well, I love it. I think it's really good because we are continually in the process, in some type of process. And
Yes.
I've kind of said that a lot lately
Hmm.
about different processes, and I always say becoming who God called me to be. That's
Hmm.
actually,
I love
I
that.
originally wrote the book about it, but I literally was like, unlike some of my books that I've written, this one is sticking with me because it's real. I really am in the process of becoming who God called me to be, and so
I
I
love
find myself saying it a lot.
it. Hmm.
Like I can write about this, and it just stays there with that book. But I found
Hmm.
myself serene when I wrote my memoir, keeping it all together, becoming who God called me to be. It was like, okay, this book's different. It's not one that I just write and put it down. Like, no, you really are becoming,
Right.
and all these things that are happening, good, bad, or ugly, or whatever, they're part
Mhm.
of the process.
Right.
And you
Right.
said that, you said the process. And so, um, when we
But
choose to look at things, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think they all kind of go together.
Yeah, yeah,
You can't really have one without the, because I have
there
to
you go.
heal from certain things.
Yeah,
So it's. I think they are all entwined.
they are. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
healed, then
Mhm.
you're empowered,
Mhm.
and then the transformation takes place.
Becomes, yes.
Yeah.
That
So
I
you have
think
to
that
get
is.
healed before you can be empowered to be better yourself and to
Mhm.
empower other people. And then the
Mhm.
transformation is walking it out.
Right.
And it keeps starting over again and again and again.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I say I pondered on that for a while, because I really don't think you can have one without the other.
Yeah.
It's all a process. Maybe that's the
Yes.
word of the day, is a process.
The
But yeah.
process. And so
Hmm.
many times we want the result, but we want to skip the process, and
Right.
not quite how it goes, right?
I know, no, you can't. You cannot skip the process.
Yeah.
So you you can't skip the process. You can't crawl. You got to crawl before you walk. You can't, just run a marathon and, never ran before in your life. You can't do
Yeah.
that. You find
Yeah.
out quickly that I can't run to the corner and back. So
Yeah.
don't do that. You got to train. You got to get yourself together. It's a lot of
Preparation.
preparation. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, listen, Miss Serene, I have had an amazing time chatting with you tonight. I'm so glad that you came on the platform. We got to hear a little bit more about you, the woman, and the amazing things that you have going on.
Yes.
You are welcome to come back anytime. Tell everybody again about your show this coming Saturday.
Yes, yes. It's Saturday wake up call from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. I will be sharing. One of my guests is going to be Sandra D from First Class Promotions, and she's going to be a part of the Stop the Violence event coming in July. You can tune into my show on Facebook, on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube, and you can definitely um, log into cityworldmedia.com and watch it on live on the actual website. So yeah, definitely can watch it those ways. I hope so. I hope you all tune in, and if you would interested in telling your story on the show, you're welcome to hit me up, and I'll get you scheduled in for a show.
All right. Thank you so much again for being here tonight, Miss Serene. We
Thank you.
will be back on next Thursday night. We will have another amazing lineup show. Make sure that you click on the link and check out the magazine article for Miss Serene. Make sure you click on that link. It's in the comments. No matter when you're watching this interview, click the link and see the amazing spread that was done. And make sure to tune into her show on this Saturday. Thank you so much, Serene. Thank you, guys. Everybody have a great night. Have a
Thank
good
you so
night.
much. Peace.
Yes, we know. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
2027 Keeping It All Together. Becoming Who God Called Me to Be Conference. Saturday, February 27, 2027, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Ujima Socials, Dallas, Texas. This is more than an event. This is a divine gathering for women who are ready to heal, grow, be encouraged, and walk boldly in purpose. This powerful day will include dynamic speakers, a keynote message from visionary Stephanie M. Seaton, vendors, catered lunch, raffles, self-care, intimacy with the Lord, and a life-changing panel discussion. Get your tickets now.